so now the last question, because it's always on people's minds, I know this. How much does it cost to stage? I know we can do a lot ourselves, but I can tell you, again, from my personal experience, I thought I did a good job myself, and then you amped it up.
Yeah. Well, we just gave it the wow, right?
Yes,
like you did some
absolutely.
good basic,
Yeah.
and it's not to say it wouldn't have sold, but to get it sold in that one day,
Oh.
you know, get the multiple offers, highest
Yes.
square footage in that building was great. So what I say as far as cost goes, I sometimes will put the question to people, so what's it going to cost you not to stage?
There you go.
Right? So is it going to sit on the market? You're going to have all those carrying costs. Are you going to be stressed? Or maybe a baby's coming, or someone's, you know, passed on. You want to just get this whole estate sale over with. So typically, most stagers in the Lower Mainland are going to charge about $100 an hour
Yes.
for that initial consultation. So we may even do a 2-hour consultation for $250, $300. We'll give you a plan, we'll make the recommendations, we'll get you on your way.
Right.
To go in and stage, typically in the Lower Mainland, it's about, say, $400 to $500 using what people have, their furnishings, for half a day, and for a whole day about $800 to $1,000, right? If the client has done a lot of their homework, then
Yeah.
there's a cost savings right there, right? So as I said, if they're really ready to sell it and get this piece of product
Yes.
sold, right, or
The
this
product,
property
yeah.
sold, yeah, the product, right,
For sure.
then it's good.
And I know, most of your people stage.
Yes, we do. We recommend it to everybody to stage,
Yes.
and that happens at different levels. Like you say,
Yeah.
sometimes they do a little bit of the work themselves, and you come in and just
Yeah.
do the wow factor
Yeah,
at
exactly.
the end. I always look at it as an investment, because if you don't stage and it goes to market, and it's on the market for however many days, and you finally sell it, how do you know how much money you left on the table if you would have actually taken up another notch?
Right.
How much money is left on the table between an average and above average home, the selling price? You may never know at the end, but it's quite significant.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And something I just wanted to add about, you know, people sometimes think, well, our furniture's not very nice or whatever, and sometimes it's not, right? People that have lived in their home for 25 or 30 years, they may still have that furniture. So there are a lot of furniture rental companies in the Lower Mainland that we all deal with.
Yes.
And I say to determine what it's going to cost you, and this is just a rough number that I use, but it seems to be fairly accurate. Think of about $1.50 to $2 a square foot for a rental property. That's not your services,
Okay.
not the stager's services, but it works out about to that. Now, if you have a 5,000 square foot house, Terry, you don't have to. And I wouldn't recommend spending $10,000 on, although we know our market, right? I mean, $1 million property could be,
$10,000.
you know, it's not that significant. However, it's people and their money, right? And some people don't want to put out that money, so maybe we'll just rent furnishings for the primary rooms, right? It's all about that first impression, whatever's on that first floor. You always want to do a master bedroom. If there's be a huge family room downstairs or rec room that's not really going to be used, and I'd rather see nothing in it
Yes.
than old tatty, because as you said, Terry, people walk in, they are buying the emotion.
Yes.
They may have seen those pictures, you know, at least 85% of people go to the internet first to look. So it's okay, good, they walk in, they smell something, they see something, they trip over something, done, right?
So true.
It's just those few seconds for that first impression.
Yeah. So you do recommend everyone get staging?
No, absolutely, and getting back to the furniture comment as well, because Vancouver has so many condominiums and townhouses, we find that people do have older furniture that maybe needs to be changed out, as well. Scale of the furniture,
Absolutely.
especially in smaller spaces. I see it over and over and over again, where they have this sectional, the size of Noah's Ark, sitting in this 300 square foot living room.
Yeah, and again, it's all about the space, right? So we would probably say to them, let's take off this part of the sectional, because we will try and use as much as we can of their furnishings, just like what we did with yours, Darcy. We did bring in some props and things like that, just to new bedding, things like that, just to make it more attractive to that buyer. But you're absolutely right, scale is everything, and again, it's how, you gotta be smart
Mhm.
about what you're doing, and your
Absolutely.
storage as well,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
In smaller spaces, which you do a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's been very informative, so thank you very much, Dana. From
Thank you, Darci.
Press Staging is PRES staging.com. And of course, Terry Osti, Terry, TERRY, OSTI.com. And we have a lot of resources on our website, and we'll have links to Dana's website as well. So our next interview will be with Linda Chu from Out of Chaos, and we'll be discussing organizing tips. And remember, expect more because you're worth it. Darci LaRocque and Terry Osti signing off from Real Connections Studio.